100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations.
And welcome into the Tomato Patch here in Platte, South Dakota. Reagan Weber alongside Caleb Titsey, bringing you coverage of games 1 and 2 of day number 1 of the District 5B tournament. The host team is winner this year, but hosting it in Platte just to have it more neutral location. We'll set up your schedule for tonight's games. That was supposed to be happening yesterday, but due to the much-needed rain, we decided to delay it all one day. So tonight at 6 o'clock, we have the number 1 seed Alexandria Angels taking on the number 8 seed Corsica Horned Frogs. Following this game, roughly about 8, maybe 8:30 after teams warm up, it'll be the number 4 Winter Cologne Pheasants.
Yep.
Taking on the number 5 Platte Killer Tomatoes, the half of the host team, you could say. But then tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we'll have the number 2 seeded Parkston Mudcats taking on the number 7 Mount Vernon Mustangs. And then following that game, about 7:30, it'll be the number 3 seed, the Parkston Devil Rays, taking on the number 5 seed, the Dimmock Emery Raptors. But without further ado, we'll get right on into these starting lineups. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Corsica Stickney Horned Frogs, or the Corsica Horned Frogs, as they kind of did a little name rebranding this last year. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 12, Jay Slaba. In center field, number 42, Logan Baker. At first base, number 34, Tyson Wetland. On the mound for the Horned Frogs tonight, number 4 is A.J. Godin. And right field, number 23, Jarrett Alowski. At second base, number 2, Luke Bamberg. At third base, number 7, Blake Moki. Doing the catching for the Horned Frogs, we have number 20, Carter Wright. And in left field, number 14, Brendan Wetland. Other players on the roster for the Horned Frogs is number 21, Jackson Newman. Number 33, Kyle Menning. Number 17, Nathan Blum. Number 1, Reggie Slaba. Number 10, Gavin Zomer. Number 22, Tate Tolsma. And number 32, Teddy Slaba. The managers of the Horned Frogs is Luke Bamberg and Gavin Zomer. For the home team on the scoreboard, the number 1 seeded Alexandria Angels. Their lineup looks like this, 1 through 9. In center field, number 12, Jared Zenz. And left field, number 16, Jackson Jarding. Doing the catching, number 20, Charlie Dubanowski. In right field, number 5, Tyson Gao. At shortstop, number 7, Dakota Munger. At third base, number 6, Ben Wilbur. Doing the DH tonight for the Angels is number 24, Pierce Smith. At first base, number 11, Jordan Gao. And at second base, rounding out the roster, or I guess the starting lineup, number 3, Carter Brown. On the mound for the Angels is number 25, A.J. Wilbur. The other players on the roster for the Angels, number 1, Peyton Smith. Number 2, Reed Smith. Number 8, Matt Wilbur. Number 18, Jack Gray. Number 21, Eston Schlemgen. And number 22, Alex Mizak. 2 Legion players for the Angels. Number 14, Braden Baumiller. And number 22, Nate Wilbur. The manager of the Angels is Peyton Smith. Looks like we're about ready to do our lineups here at the Tomato Patch, as they call it down here in Platte. Our umpires for tonight's game, behind the plate, is Perry Negabar, and on the bases is Todd Groves. And we got, I'd say, about 5 minutes before first pitch. We will take a quick little break, kick to our sponsors, and come back for opening pitch of the District 5B Amateur Tournament on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
And welcome back to Platte as we get ready. The Angels about ready to take the field. So you can see right now on your screen. Oh, not yet. Caleb's got the other camera up. There you go. As the Halos are taking the field, as they call themselves. We'll set up your defensive alignment for the Angels once again. Starting the outfield, moving left to right, Jackson Jarding, Jared Zenz, and Tyson Gow. On the infield, from third to first, Ben Wilbur, Dakota Munger, Carter Brown, and Jordan Gow. The battery mate is Charlie Dubanowski, and on the mound for the Angels is A.J. Wilbur. As you can see, the my stats did not pop up. So you can see the stats there for A.J. Wilbur across your screen. The first three batters of the Horned Frogs will be Jace Slaba, Logan Baker, and Tyson Wetland coming to bat in the top half of the first inning. Once again, Reagan Weber alongside Caleb Titsey bringing you this coverage of District 5B on Live Ticket TV. A.J. Wilbur comes into the district tournament 51 and 2/3 of innings pitched. Started 4 games on the year, 5-2 record overall, 2 saves, 29 hits given up, 10 runs, 4 home earned, 16 walks, 57 strikeouts, and coming in with an ERA. Where'd he go? 6.97. Your first batter, once again, is the shortstop, number 12, Jace Slaba for the Horned Frogs. Number 1 versus number 8. You add number 4 versus number 5 to follow this game. First pitch of the day, right on the money at 6 o'clock, inside for ball 1. Once again, your umpires, the boys in blue, behind the plate, Perry Negabar, and on the bases, Todd Groves. Ground ball, right to Jordan Gow. For an easy 3 unassisted for out number 1. That's going to bring up the center fielder, number 42, Logan Baker. Logan Baker comes in with a 132 batting average. So you can see the stats on your bottom half of your screen. First pitch to Baker, high and outside for ball one. And that one in there for called strike one. 1-1 the count to Logan Baker when it looks like it's coming straight out of the south today. Right at me and Caleb. Nice little added breeze up here in the press box. This one fouled back and into the parking lot. $5 foul balls here at the Platte baseball field. Caleb, it looks like you might be going solo. I might be going after foul balls.
I don't know that that's going to work too well. Viewers at home might not appreciate that.
The 1-2 count is foul back up to the screen. We'll do it once more. Stays at 1-2. Once again, technically day number 2, but games 1 and 2 of the district tournament. The much needed rain out delay last night. Brighten up all the crops as you drive down to Platte. The 2-2. Wilbur gets a sign, kicks and fires. And a swing and away for strike 3 and out number 2 of this first inning. That's going to bring up to bat the first baseman, number 34, Tyson Wetland. Tyson Wetland comes in with a .216 batting average. 8 hit RBIs and 4 hits on the year. This one will miss for ball one.
AJ Wilbur with a little bit trickier delivery coming from the, I guess you could say, 9 o'clock position. Straight sidearm.
This one fouled back and out of play. Evens up the count at 1-1. I guess we never did say the records of both teams. The Angels, once again, comes in as a 1 seed, 12-3 overall in the year, as the Horned Frogs coming in as the 8 seed with a 3-12 record on the year. This one will miss for ball 2, 2-1 the count to Tyson Wetland. Wilbur kicks and fires once again. This one, high fly ball to center field, and Jared Zenz there to make the grab for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for the Horned Frogs as they go in the top half of the first inning. As we'll come back, take a little break, come back with their defensive alignment and the first 3 batters for the Angels right after this on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
As we set up the defensive alignment for the Corsica Horned Frogs. Once again, outfield left to right. Brendan Wetland, Logan Baker, Jared Olowski, third infield, third to first. Blake Monkey, Jay Slava, Luke Bamberg, and Tyson Wetland. And the battery mate for AJ Godin will be is Carter Wright. The first 3 batters, and the first batter, in fact, is Jared Zenz, Jackson Jarding, and Charlie Dubinowski. First pitch from Godin in there for called strike 1. This one will miss down and in for ball one. 1-1 the count. And Jared Zenz, a speedy and good contact hitter for the Angels. This one will miss down in the dirt for ball two.
Yeah, he's everything you look for in a leadoff guy. He's very patient at the plate. He's got speed, but he's also got power too. I mean, I've seen him hit it quite a few times over the fence in Alexandria. He's definitely a good leadoff batter here for the Angels.
2-1 missed down and in for ball three. 3-1 the count. And you kind of look at the lineup, Caleb. You know, a lot of these guys that play for the Angels are either currently in college or former college players for this Angels roster. So they got a pretty good, experienced team put together. As we say that with Dakota Wesleyan baseball player Jackson Jarding stepping to the plate. Jackson comes in with the .433 batting average, as you can see that on your screen now.
Also apologize, sun is out of that direction of our third base cam, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to get that always to focus.
This one will get away from right, and Zenz will move on up to second base. And as we were talking about, the former or current college baseball players, where they have, I believe, three Dakota Wesleyan players, and the head coach of Dakota Wesleyan on the roster. Sound will miss for ball two. 2-0 the count to Jackson Jarding. Stands right on that back line of the batter's box to the left-handed side. This one will fall back to the screen. Makes it 2-1. See that angle from left center field?
You can see right there, right on the line.
This one be popped out once more. Evens up the count at 2-2.
Jackson also a very solid hitter. Perfect spot for the 2-hole, and he's got a very speedy Jared Zenz on second base. It's rarely that Zenz gets on second base and he doesn't score. And that one's going to run in and hit Jarding. So he'll trot on down to first base, and the Angels actually set up for a very good opportunity to bunt these two speedsters into scoring position. We'll see what they opt to do, though.
As we're going to have a time called, Luke Bamberg, the manager of the Horned Frogs, will run on in from the second base position. Talk to Godin, tell him just get the jitters out early. Just take some time, breathe before you pitch. As stepping to the plate is the catcher for the Angels tonight, number 20, Charlie Dubanowski. He comes in at .324 batting average, 11 hits, and 5 RBIs on the year for Dubanowski. First pitch, high and outside for ball one. The infield fly in effect with 2 runners on, first and second, nobody out. The 1-0 from Godin. This one, fly ball down the left field line, giving Chase Butland, makes a grab in foul territory. Zen's going to tag the throw to third, not in time, and will be runners at the corners with 1 away. And with Zenz and Jarding, quite a bit of speed on them, you're going to probably think that you'd put runners in motion, try to see what Corsica is going to let Jarding take the bag, or is he going to maybe cause that pickle and no throw, as Jarding will just take the bag, a swinging strike one from now batting the right fielder Tyson Gao. As we pull up his stats on the year, Gao, a .290 hitter, 9 hits on the year, 6 RBIs. This one low and away outside for ball one. 1-1 the count, with 1 away. Godin, 14 pitches so far in this first inning. This one will miss for ball two. Godin gets a sign from right. He'll kick and fire. The 2-1 In there for called strike 2. 2-2 the count. Infield at normal depth. Godin comes set. He'll kick and fire the 2-2. Low and away. That'll full the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
No, you're right. They are at normal. I figured maybe corners would be in a little bit. Maybe take a look at, that runner on third base and then throw across.
Full count pitch. And Gow will foul it away. Gow, a power hitter, you can label him as, has over his years of playing for the Angels, hit many home run balls. One guy to really try to get what you can with. Swinging away for strike 3 and out number 2. That's going to bring up the shortstop, number 7, Dakota Munger. Comes in with a .339 batting average.
Yeah, and Corsica now a chance to maybe get out of here without allowing any damage, and that would be the most ideal out of here. Alec, very dominant lineup all the way around.
Ground ball to shortstop. Slava picks it up. The throw is over the head of Wetland. Jarding's going to come around to score, and Munger is just going to remain at first base. Munger was hustling down that line. That's going to be a throwing error on Slava, as 2 runs will come across the score for the Angels. Now that's going to bring up the third base, Ben Wilbur. The throw down, not in time. Wilbur comes in with a .377 batting average. The 1-0 count will miss down low for ball 2. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 from Godin. In there for called strike 1.
Munger testing it out. He had a massive lead over at second base. Might as well have just stole third, and maybe he was looking to do so.
Mulkey picks it up to throw over the 5-3 putout for out number 3. But the Angels do get 2 on the board as the first inning comes to a close in game number 1 of District 5B. Angels will lead 2-0 as we take a short break. Come back after word from these sponsors on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
And welcome back in to inning number 2. Leading off for the Horned Frogs is the pitcher himself, number 4, A.J. Godin. He'll come into the game with a .250 batting average, 5-5 on the year, 5 hits, 5 RBIs. And the first pitch from A.J. Wilbur as a swing and a miss for strike 1. I thought Alec would have had a little bit bigger of a crowd tonight for this first game to open up the district tournament. as that one's in there for called strike 2. 0-2 the count to A.J. Godin.
We actually have quite a few people, though, too, sitting out towards center field and then back of pickups down, the right and left side. So
That's the one good thing about Platt. They have as this one will run inside, hit Godin. Platt has the back road there along the outfield fence where you can, like Caleb said, back a pickup in, or even just they have a couple of, you could say, bleachers along the in and outfield fence.
looks like we're going to get a little bit of a courtesy runner here, too.
That'll be the speedy Reggie Slaba. Stepping in will be number 23, the right fielder, Jarrett Olowski, tonight for the Horned Frogs. Olowski will come in with a .361 batting average, 13 hits, and 5 RBIs as a quick throwover, and Slaba back in time. And Slaba actually played and went to high school in Alexandria. Both Slaba brothers, Reggie and Jace. First pitch from Olowski, fly ball to the right field line. Gal giving chase. It'll fall, and it'll be a base hit for Olowski, as that's going to bring up the bat the second baseman, number 2, Luke Bamberg. We bring up Bamberg's stats. The left-handed hitter, the long-time Horned Frog. Bamberg, a .244 batting average on the year. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Over gets a sign from Dubinowski, checks the runner at second. That's speedy Reggie Slaba once again. The throw in is a ball outside.
I believe, too, with that hit by Olowski, that is the first hit of the ball game.
Once again, Wilbur checks the runners, kicks and fires outside again for ball 2. 2-0 the count to one of the managers of the Horned Frogs. Wilbur gets a sign. Munger trying to sneak in behind. There goes Slaba. The pitch is low, and only one runner will advance on the steal. The stolen base for Reggie Slaba as Jared Olowski. I don't think he kind of realized it in time, but is stranded over there at first base right now. So runners at the corners for the Horned Frogs. This one in there for a called strike 1. The Sunshine automatic. 3-1 the count now to Luke Bamberg.
Yeah, just taking a look at it here, I was watching Slaba on the camera, and it looked like he had Wilbur pretty timed up there, so...
This one hit down the left field line, giving chase is Jarding, and it's going to fall kind of no man's land out there. Be a foul ball. As Wilbur kind of didn't really have much time to react either. Jarding almost playing quite a bit of distance off that left field line. He was almost playing even with the Eric Reiser lumber sign. So a full count here to Bamberg after being up early, 3-0. And called strike 3 for out number 1. And that's going to bring up the bat number 7, the third baseman, Blake Moki. Moki will Moki also a left-handed hitter. Take his cut from the first base side. So you can see him walking up here. Moki comes in with a .156 batting average, 5 hits, and 4 RBIs on the year for the Horned Frogs.
And a chance maybe to tag on another RBI with the speedy Slaba.
This one will be outside for ball 1. And like Caleb was saying, Slaba at third, Lowski over at first after that base hit. 1 away, so runners at the corners with 1 away. And the 1-0 count, Wilbur gets a sign, fires, ground ball, back to Wilbur, looking around, throws over to first, and gets the 1-3 put out for out number 2. So runners at second and third now with 2 away. It's kind of a nice, easy, look what I've found, comebacker.
Well, Wilbur did a nice job there right away when he caught the ball. Check Slaba over at, third base, and then he went to take a look at Olowski to see if he could get him at second, realized he couldn't, and then quick opted back to go to first.
This one, a hot shot down the first base line, foul, as Carter Wright comes in with a .212 batting average on the year for the Horned Frogs. And we're trying to work out of this jam now. Only 2 early runners to get on for the Horned Frogs. Now with runners at second and third. Slava still over at third. And a swing and a miss there by Wright. As a hit by a pitch by Godin, Slava came in and Olowski got that base hit and then a stolen base to get Slava to third base, and he's been there ever since.
Yeah, he's been at third base with nobody out, Reagan.
I mean, if you're Corsica, that's not what you really want right now in this situation. You want to kind of limit the amount of kind of counter effect or counter punch is how many runs Alex going to score. One, two. Wilbur kicks and fires. This one fouled back and out of play down the first base side. Remains 1 and 2. Wilbur, this will be pitch number 29.
And you mentioned, too, Wilbur with a sub-1 ERA. I mean, that is really good. And it's not like he hasn't pitched, handful of innings. He's been the workhorse here for Alexandria, and he's done a really nice job.
He's kind of been their go-to guy, to be
Yes.
honest with you. I mean, you look at the big games, big league games against the top couple seeds, as strike 3 called for out number 3 to end the top half of the second inning, but it's been Wilbur who takes them out and to start those games.
Yeah, and he's done a nice job there. Froze the batter on that last one for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Your score, 2-0, Alexandria coming to bat. We'll step aside and we'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
And welcome back to the bottom half of the second inning. Still 2-0 in favor of Alexandria. As, like we said before we went to commercial break, Corsica Stickney left 2 stranded there in the top half, with Reggie Slava being on third base with nobody out the majority of the inning. Leading off for the Angels will be the designated hitter, Pierce Smith, Jordan Gow, and Carter Brown. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Alexandria, as Pierce Smith will take his cuts from the right-hand side. Pierce Smith, a .283 batting average on the year, 13 hits and 4 RBIs for the guy they call Mr. Smiles in Alexandria. As Pierce Smith, a dentist in Mitchell. First pitch, 2. Smith is in there for called strike 1. The 0-1 will miss low and away for ball 1, 1-1 the count. And, if you're probably your first time watching Alexandria, you're kind of wondering, a lot of Smiths, a lot of Gows, a lot of names that actually been there a while, and it's going to be a base hit for Pierce Smith. The Smiths and the Gows are actually brothers. Reed Pierce and Peyton Smith, all brothers, and Jordan and Tyson Gow are brothers as well, but them 5 are also cousins. That's actually going to bring up Jordan Gow, the first baseman.
That one's going to get by the catcher. He'll do the same thing as a bunt. So that's going to leave Georgie to swing away.
I had to ask Caleb. I quite didn't see it if it was a ball or strike.
Yep. He pulled back on it, and it was a low pitch. That one just a little up in the zone. Makes it 2-0 now.
2-0 to go. Down in the turf. 4-3, 3-0 the count. And we're looking for the Sunshine League automatic, as we call it.
As you call it.
I guess as I call it. I'm the one odd duck out here. As there it is, the Sunshine League automatic. 3-1 the count. Pierce Smith, after that leadoff base hit, and the ball they got to the backstop to get him over to second base. Now to the second hitter of the inning, Jordan Gow. And Gow will take ball 4. That's going to put runners at first and second for the second baseman, Carter Brown. And he will take his cuts from the right-handed side as well.
You know, this is all starting to look very familiar to that first inning. They got 2 guys on Alexandria right off the gate. Now they're looking at, the same sort of situation here. You almost wonder if they're going to square up to bunt as Gow did it earlier. Yep, here comes the bunt. He's going to pull back too, a low pitch for ball 1.
As Brown, a 300 batting average on the year for the Angels, with 12 hits and 18 RBIs. Shows bunt again. This one, he'll get it down, but it'll be fouled back and into the screen for strike 1. 1-1 the count.
Carter Brown also playing baseball currently at Dakota Wesleyan in the catcher position.
One of those Dakota Wesleyan baseball players on the team that we've mentioned in that first inning as well. The 1-1 shows bunt once more, high and inside, and he's got to pull back. A little chin music also, but it looks like we do have some action down the third base side warming up. That looks like it is number
21.
No, it would be Mr. Nate Blum, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like Nate Blum warming up, but I'm guessing that he probably has a different jersey number with the Corsica Blacks. So 2-2 count here. As the runner's on the move, that's going to get past right, but both runners move up, so second and third with a full count to Carter Brown.
And Carter Brown now a chance to tag on a couple RBIs and increase that Angels lineup.
I was wrong. I was looking at the wrong part of the lineup. Number 21 is Jackson Newman warming up down there.
Newman. That's a Platte Geddes name right there, if I've ever heard one.
As a line shot back out to Slaba for out number 1. That's going to flip the lineup over for Jared Zen. He's taking his cuts from the left-handed side. Get back to the top of the lineup. And one away. Runner still at second and third.
Yeah, I believe actually Jackson Newman right around that same age as you and I here, Reagan, too.
I want to say he's probably about, same age-wise, yes, but I think he was actually like a grade younger, maybe.
I think he was actually a grade older.
Oh.
Right around, because I think I remember playing him a couple times, back in the day. We say as we're 22 and 23 years old.
As we act like we're been around for ever and ever like these older guys, but some days, me and you feel like we're 60, 70 years old.
Oh, maybe that's just you.
1-1 pitch. Here to Zenz, up and away for ball 2. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, very dangerous hitter. I think you said Jared hitting well over 400.
355 to be exact.
He'll take a called strike there, evens it up at 2 apiece. Looking for his first real at-bat. That he's still technically 0-0 for that walk in that first inning.
Going the 2-2. This one popped up in the air. One behind, trailing. It will fall in that Bermuda Triangle. Here comes Pierce Smith to throw at the plate. Is not going to be in time.
That's going to be an RBI single for Jared Zenz.
As the Angels will tack on one more run. And with one out, that infield fly is in effect once again. That's going to bring up Jackson Jarding. As Jackson will step in. Two lefties following each other to start of the Angels lineup is probably, and with them both being pretty balanced all around between power, speed, and contact, probably not what you really want to see as a pitcher.
No, and I remember putting the stats in here for Alec, and every single one of these batters, very disciplined at the plate, very patient. This one going to get away as it was thrown behind Jarding, and runners are going to advance up a base. So it now puts them in scoring position on third and second base, and a chance for Jarding to really do some damage here, Reagan, and maybe put a crooked number up on the scoreboard in that second inning.
Well, you got to think maybe a base hit to the outfield, depending on where Zenz should score with his speed. This one's going to be fouled back and out of play for even up the count. No, I take that back. 2-1 now the count. I was falling behind on our scoreboard. The 2-1 to Jarding. This one high and upstairs for ball 3. 3-1 in the count. Waiting on deck is the catcher, Charlie Dubanowski.
This is a perfect hitter's count at 3-1. You have a chance to be aggressive and get after it if it's there, or just maybe wait and let the umpire make the call. This one popped up. Infield fly. Nope, not in effect. That's right. Runners advanced. And the pop-up taken by Wetland at first base for the second out of the inning.
So a P3 for out number 2. That's going to bring up Charlie Dubanowski. And Dubanowski, last time he grounded out, right?
I'm not sure. I think that sounds about right.
First pitch to Dubanowski inside for ball 1.
I know he pieced one up pretty good, but it was foul down the left side. But that's
he flew out to Wetland.
That's right. There. Yep. Olowski.
Wetland. Wow, Olowski and right. There's another one down the left field line. Wetland settling underneath it for out number 3. So a P7. All right, it's an F7 for out number 3 for the Angels. But they do scratch one more across the board. Your score after 2 complete. The Angels lead 3-0. We'll be back with the top half of the third right after this on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
And welcome back to the top half of the third inning here at the Tomato Patch in Platte, home of the Killer Tomatoes and the home of the 2026 South Dakota District 5B tournament. Game number 1 underway here as we have the number 1 seed Alexandria Angels taking on the number 8 seed Corsica Horned Frogs, I should say. And due up for the Horned Frogs looks like to be number 14, the left fielder, Brendan Wetland. Wetland will come in, take his cuts from the left-handed side. Right-handed side, excuse me. As you shall see his stats up on your screen, Wetland comes in with a 128 batting average, 6 hits, and 6 RBIs on the year. And only 29 pitches so far through 2 innings of work for A.J. Wilbur. As here comes pitch number 30. This one pops straight up center field. And Zenz ranging over to his left to make the grab for out number 1. That's going to bring up the top of the order the shortstop, number 12, Jace Slava. First pitch is Slava in there for called strike 1.
Slava also played. Jay Slava also played too for Alec.
As this one's fouled back off his foot and comes out towards the mound for an 0-2 count. Wilbur gets his sign, comes set, the 0-2 to Slava, kicks and fires. This one, hot shot down the first base line and foul. It'll remain 0-2. Oh, we lost our center for the camera.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened. I wonder if it got too hot, maybe overheated. It's the only thing I can think of.
This one, ground ball to the first base side, and Gow will take it himself for out number 1, unassisted for out number 2. So it looks like we'll be using my camera, so hopefully I'll try not to move it too much. Let's bring up Logan Baker. First pitch to Baker. This one hit to right field. Gow ranging back, makes the grab for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Corsica Stickney in the top half of the third. We'll go to the bottom half after word from these sponsors on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture. It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball. Proud.
And welcome back. Here's the bottom half of the third inning. Tyson Gow stepping in to take the cuts for the Angels. The 0-1 after the swing and miss. Be downstairs for ball one. 1-1 the count to Gow.
Yeah, it looks like we got all the technical difficulties out of the way. Sorry about that, folks.
The 1-1 from Godin. High and tight for ball two. Once again, following this game, about 8:30 will be number 4, Winter Cologne, taking on number 5, Platte Killer Tomatoes. This one down the left field line. Wetland ranging back, making the grab for out number 1.
It's always fun to watch Gow to swing the bat. He's got such a beautiful swing.
Yeah, I believe, I could be mistaken, I believe he played at Dakota Wesleyan. Does that sound right?
I think so, but I'm not going to say for certain.
As Munger takes ball 1 in the dirt.
Appreciate our guys at the office, too. We're having some troubles with our keyboard and everything else, and that's how we switch cameras and bringing us new equipment in here, and it seems to be working a lot better. Nice base hit there for Munger. Just found a gap out in left center field. And the Angels aboard with the base hit, and Munger.
That's going to bring up Ben Wilbur as we get everything set up for you for our batter cam. Maybe that's one thing we should do, have our Alexandria fans at home watching a little trivia. If you give us a little answer to that, where did Tyson Gow go play college baseball? If he played college baseball. Maybe I should give out my number or something, maybe for a little hotline number, maybe. Let's throw over. Back in time is Munger. Yeah, I'll do that. Hotline number 605-505-1443 to get that answer in. Ground ball there to Moki. Bobbles it. Can he throw over in time? Is yes. But Munger will move up. I'll bring up Pierce Smith, our designated hitter for the Angels tonight, for our pitcher A.J. Wilbur, who's on the mound. This one will miss outside for ball 1. We do have an answer. Tyson Gow went and played baseball at Augustana. This one missed inside for ball 2 as well. 2-0 the count. This one high and inside as well. 3-0 the count to Pierce Smith.
Yeah, it looked like it almost clipped him there. I mean, that one was well inside.
3-0 from Godin. And a 4-pitch walk.
Godin struggling a little bit here, Reagan. I think that's his 4th base on balls, 3rd or 4th base on balls here in this ball game so far.
That's going to bring up Jordan Gow right now for the Angels. They did have Jackson Newman out warming up earlier in that last inning. The Angels were up to bat. This one popped straight up. Right, ranging back, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. So the Horned Frogs do get out of the jam, but no runs will come across. So the score will remain the same, 3-0 in favor of the Angels. 4th inning coming your way next after this break on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm RF Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Welcome back. Top half of the fourth inning here of game number 1 of the district tournament. Leading off for Corsica Stickney will be Tyson Wetland. First pitch from Wilbur to Wetland. This one popped straight up right-hand side. Coming right at us, Jordan Gow. And making the grab for out number 1. And that's going to bring up A.J. Godin, our pitcher for Corsica tonight.
Yeah, those are always nice as a pitcher when you get out there. You throw one pitch and you get an out right off the gate.
First pitch to Godin. This one, ground ball. Ben Wilbur. Hey, look at that. 2 pitches, 2 outs for A.J. Wilbur. That's going to bring up Jarrett Alowski for the Horned Frogs.
Alowski with the only base hit so far here for Corsica.
Alowski taking his cuts from the right-handed side of the batter's box. Wilbur in there for called strike 1, so Wilbur won't have 3 pitches, 3 outs, but he might have a short inning. Might. But now I say that I might have given the announcer's jinx.
Ooh, looked pretty good. Just going to miss outside.
We got an ABS system up here set up?
No. Hey, our guys at the office, is that something in the works for next year, ABS? We'll see if we get an answer.
This one will be fouled back towards the Frogs dugout, and Bamberg can't knock it down, so you get bobbles with it, making it 1-2. That would be a little interesting to have a little ABS system for the district tournament. Maybe we can save that for a state tournament.
Yeah.
The 1-2 fouled back and out of play. Going into the 4th inning of work, 41 pitches for A.J. Wilbur. That's
very efficient.
Very, very efficient.
They say that efficiency usually about 15 pitches per inning, and he is well under that.
And the swing and wave in the dirt. Ilowski gives himself up for the drop third strike, and that'll do it. That was 3 up, 3 down for the Horned Frogs. As score remains the same, 4-0. We'll go to the bottom half of the 4th right after this on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm RF Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What is
And welcome back to the bottom half of the fourth inning as we got our scoreboard set up for you again. Doing a little equipment shuffle up here in the press box. As it is Carter Brown leading off for the Angels. First pitch from A.J. Godin. Be down dirt for ball one. Two-0 count to Carter Brown.
Some displeasure from a fan down below asking where that one was at, but he used a couple sentence enhancers on that, so we'll just
Heads up batting cage as that one goes down there by looks like the Winter Cologne Pheasants down there warming up.
Yeah, it looks like they take a little bit of batting practice here before their game coming up after this against the Platte KTs.
2-1 from Godin. He'll kick and fire. This one popped up. Right-hand side. Bamberg. Range and back, and he's going to drop it. And
that's a tough play, though. I'd give him a base hit. I mean, look how much he had to cover for ground.
We'll give it a hit.
I'd say so. That's a really tough play.
As that's going to flip the lineup over back to Jared Zenz. Excuse me.
Again, apologies. Battling that sun over on that side.
This one inside, and Brown will just move up 90 feet to second base on that pass ball. Give a shout out to our guy, Achilles Willway, running our chase cam for us now. One-0, runs inside once again, 2-0 the count. Three and 0 count there to Jared Zenz. Godin comes set, the 3-0. Man, the big bat toss for ball number 4 for Jared Zenz. That's going to bring up Jackson Jarding, and that's going to warrant a trip to the mound by the other co-manager of the Horned Frogs, Gavin Zomer. Make the slow walk out there. The infield come together.
You know, and we've seen this situation now for the third time. Reagan, 2 runners on here for the Angels, nobody out. You know, and now being up 3-0, you almost wonder if they want to start trying to play that small ball a little bit in case they need it further on in the district tournament. Get them ready for state.
Once again, the Sunshine League, I don't think we mentioned it so far. Sunshine League only takes 5 representatives. I want to say they are the league with the second most representatives allowed. Of course, the Corn Belt League has 7. Eastern Dakota League only has 2. State Line League has, I want to say 4 or 5. The Pony Hills has 4. The Northern Plains League has 4. I think I'm... And the South Central League, I believe, has 4. I could be wrong. I wasn't really doing my math when I was adding them up, but...
I was never good at math, so I'm not going to even try. I'll let you handle that one and take the fall.
I'll take the fall, but I was never good at math, but I think I'm kind of on the right track, though, not, to be frank.
I don't know. I believe you.
I try to think I know quite a bit about amateur baseballs, but some days I wish I don't. 1-1 the count. Godin checks runner at second. Kicks and fires. And inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. once again, fighting for that representative spot to play at the Cadwell Park in Mitchell. I believe this year and next year at Cadwell, and then up in the air where the 28 tournament will be at.
Yeah, we'll see. Cadwell, they've been doing some work to it, redoing some baselines. And I think around, filling in. I think it was getting a little deep on the edges as far as it goes for holes and stuff. So I think they cleaned that up. I'm interested to see. I haven't been out there yet, take a peek at it, but I'm curious because usually it's a beautiful field.
I did do a couple umpiring games at Cadwell this year. They actually redid the dugouts, so they got netting in front of the dugouts now. And then re-leveled the field a little bit. Runners will be on the move. Jarding, ground ball down the first base line. Godin and flip to Wetland in time, but the runners will move up.
That was a well-executed hit and run there, and I mean, Jardin doing the same thing as when he was squaring and showing to bunt, doing his job, just advancing them runners into scoring position,
Now we'll throw it away. Runners on, second and third, and that's going to bring up
Charlie Dubanowski.
Thank you, Kel. Charlie Dubanowski for the Angels.
2 flyouts so far for Mr. Dubanowski.
Both to left field.
Nope. Same spot, too. I mean, probably within, honestly, 5 feet of each other. Same location.
Hey, at least he's consistent. That's all that matters. When you're batting, you're consistent. If it's fly out to left field or if it's base hit up the middle, or as long as you're consistent, that's all people ask for in amateur baseball. Is only being consistent when you're batting and maybe get a base hit here or there.
As long as it's not consistent on strikeouts, I don't think people mind.
That's right. 2-0 the count. This one in there for called strike one. 2-1 now the count to Dubanowski.
Yeah, just a little bit of a breeze out there. Not too much. Probably about a 5-mile-per-hour wind.
This one, hot shot right back to Godin. He's going to look Brown back, and a 1-3 for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Tyson Gow for the Angels. I should have these down by now, but how many times we've been through the order, but I don't. Maybe by the third time, we're about the 7th inning, and then I'll have it all memorized and figure out where we're going. But then by that time, we're going to have substitutions and everything like that. First pitch to Gow. Upstairs for ball 1.
This is kind of really the first time I've seen, amateur baseball. I haven't had the luxury of watching it, and this one popped up high.
Bamberg looking like he wants to take the charge. He's gonna fall. Jared coming home, and play at home is called out. Peyton Smith coming to talk to Perry Neymar. Peyton said, Perry, you called him safe right away. They made the, change the call, but Perry did notice that Jared's foot really didn't get there. Didn't look like, from up here wise, it didn't look like he got there in time, but maybe the tag was a little high, but that's how the inning's going to come to a close. Brown's run will score, so the Angels do scratch one across. Be 4-0 as we head to the top half of the 5th inning right after this on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise, you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
And welcome back. Top half of the fifth inning. Luke Bamberg, Blake Monkey, Carter Wright due up for the Horned Frogs as a swing and a wave there by Luke Bamberg for strike one. "43 pitches for A.J. Wilbur in his fifth inning of work for the Angels. Wilbur kicks and fires. This one, another swing and a miss by Bamberg. 0-2 the count as he falls behind. Now we see the Platte players walking down to the batting cage as they start to warm up for the game following this one. Number 4 versus number 5. Winter Cologne being actually, Winter Cologne's the 5 seed. Platte is the 4 seed.
Oh,
I think. Maybe I'm wrong because
I think it was the other way.
I think
Winter Cologne is 4 seed.
But maybe I'm just wrong because I'm looking at the third base dugout and see Winter Cologne's kind of standing down there. But it would make sense if Platte has their own home dugout.
Yeah.
This one fouled off down the third base line.
Yeah, because even when, Parkston plays in Parkston, regardless of what seed they are, they play in their
That is true.
home dugouts. So it's kind of the perk, though, too, about hosting it at your own field is getting that, it being pretty much the same. It's just a regular game. There's a lot more to it, obviously, but, you treat it as a regular kind of home game, I suppose.
1-2 count here to Luke Bamberg.
I think Bamberg, his last at-bat, went down on strikes.
Got that called 3 strike looking to end the inning. I think it was back in the third inning. I want to say second or third inning.
I think it was second, actually.
As he will load the count full, 3-2 for Bamberg.
Base hit ball 4 opportunity for Luke. We'll see what he does here.
Full count, payoff pitch. This one swinging away for out number 1. It's going to bring up Blake Moki, the third baseman tonight for the Horned Frogs. Moki been playing for Corsica Stickney, I would say, for about 7-8 years, maybe more. I think he is 2 years older than us, Caleb, so he'd be about 25, start playing at 19, so about 6 years probably. Be my guess. If I try to base it off of everything and I get too technical in it, but that's just how I am, I guess. I'm a numbers nut. You could say 1-1 the count here to Moki. This one fouled straight down. 1-2 the count. Wilbur gets a sign from Dubinowski. The 1-2. Downstairs for ball 2. 2-2 the count. And this one will be outside for ball 3. 3-2 the count. DeMolke, base hit ball 4 opportunity. This will be pitch number 55 for A.J. Wilbur. This one fouled back, and we'll do it once more.
Yeah, I think Wilbur trying to nibble here. A couple full counts now. I believe those are the first time he's gotten 3 balls on batters, so can maybe say that the heat maybe starting to play a little bit of effect, or he's just really trying to nibble that outside corner. The pitch from Wilbur going to be fouled off again.
So I did see we had we have a bright colored ball, like a weighted ball out there down the left field line.
Kind of looks that way. Almost looks like a softball.
Or a tennis ball, maybe. But didn't land in the field of play, so it didn't matter. And ball 4, Mulkey will draw the walk. As coming to the plate will be Carter Wright. As we are getting lineup card from Austin Calhoun. As we get ready for that second game coming up, the Pheasants versus the Killer Tomatoes.
No, we're not going to tell you the starting pitcher. If you want to find that out, you got to tune in for that next game.
Well, I was going to announce it, but Caleb shuts me down. This one, ground ball. And under the glove of Wright, Mulkey's going to turn, head to third. And Mulkey will be up. E4?
Yeah, I could see that you really wanted to tell the folks at home, but I want them to tune into the next game because next game should be very good. I'd say, this could be a game where we could see 13, 14 innings.
I still hope not. Courtesy runner for the catcher is number 21, Jackson Newman.
Folks at home, Reagan, he's just kidding. He wants to see that game.
Oh, that would be a pretty good game to start off the district tournament, though.
It would. It really set the tone.
As this one runs inside, almost gets Brendan Wetland. Runs in for ball 1. Runners at the corners with 1 away. This one, swing and a miss for strike 1, 1-1 the count.
No, this is the second time now tonight that Corsica has got a runner now at third base. The first time was way back in the first inning when second inning, when Reggie Slaba got over there off of a walk, and then they substituted Godin. He advanced on a base hit by Alowski and then stole third with nobody out and just wasn't able to come across home plate.
Throw over not in time. Newman gets back. This one right down Main Street, or as some people call it, the Louisiana Bayou. They 1-2, the Wetland.
I think that's only you there, Reagan, calling it the Louisiana Bayou.
I gotta have my own announcer saying, right?
You got away with words. Let's just say that and leave it there.
2-2 the count now to Wetland. Corners are in here for Alexandria. And he's going to foul this one off to stay alive. Pitch number 63 from A.J. Wilbur. 2-2 the count still. Probably about the 5th or 6th pitch of this at bat. This one run inside, full count.
That'd be a pitch to where kind of maybe take the wind out of Wilbur's sails, and then it loads the bases. Definitely put some pressure here on Alexandria, especially with 1 out.
Wilbur gets a sign from Dumanowski. Checks run at third. The pitch. And called, strike 3. And Wetland will go down looking for out number 2. That's going to flip the lineup over back up to Jace Slaba with runners at the corners. And once again, Corsica Stickney in a chance to possibly leave a runner stranded at third for the second time tonight.
Slava, a pretty solid batter here for the Horned Frogs. We'll see if he can't maybe scratch it or run across here.
First pitch, this one popped up and out of play.
Well, he was definitely ready for Wilbur.
Sitting back on that first pitch fastball.
You know, Reagan, I just got to thinking about it. Slava and Wilbur probably were about the same age. They might have actually been teammates at one point in time. They're pretty close, I would think.
I think so.
Maybe two former teammates facing each other.
Former teammates, friends. Now,
Counterparts.
there you go, counterparts. I was thinking of.
Two opposite. We'll see here who will win the battle. 1-1 count. Pitch from Wilbur. This one cut on and fouled off down the left side out of play.
The 1-2 count now to
Jay Slava.
Jackson Newman kind of quiet over there at first base. Not kind of taking big leads. He's just kind of. I thought you would maybe steal second. And fouled off. We'll do it again.
Well, you know, you got to be smart on the base pass, and Alec up by 4. I guess, you know, they'd try to throw him out probably at second base, and, you know, if you get cut down here, you lose a chance to maybe score that runner on third, especially with a good batter like Slava at the plate.
This one gets away from Dubnowski, but not really. Just hits up with the glove and falls straight back. 2-2 the count. And good reaction there by Wilbur to cover home plate. Dubnowski kind of lost the ball.
Newman will advance actually now to second on that. As soon as that ball got past Dubnowski, his head was down and chugging for second.
So Scale would say deuces a wild here in Platte. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
And 2 runners on.
2 runners on. 2-2. This one up the first base line and foul. We'll do it once more.
Excellent at bat here from Jay Slava. I mean, he's really brought up Wilbur's pitch count here in this inning.
Yeah, you have credit to all the Horned Frogs, though. I mean, Mulkey and Bamberg both taking it to full count at bats. Mine Mulkey again drawing a walk, and then you got Carter Wright, who also drew a walk, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
And now Slava and taking it to a full count, and he probably on pitch 8 or 9 of this at bat. And Horned Frogs really being picky this half inning.
Being disciplined. They're doing a nice job. Payoff pitch on the way. This one hammered down the right side.
But right at Tyson Gow. Didn't even have to move out there in right field. So Horned Frogs leave 2 stranded, and the score remains the same. 4-0 in favor of Alexandria when they come to bat here right after this, after a short break on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
And welcome back to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Thank you, Tina Polreis. She did send me the updated schedule. The winner of this game will play Sunday night at 5 o'clock, as well as the same for the game to follow. And then the winners of tomorrow night's game will play Sunday at 7 o'clock. First batter for A.J. Godin is Dakota Munger as he'll take ball one. Once again, the schedule for tomorrow night, due to the rain out, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock. The 5 o'clock game will feature the Parks Mudcats, the number 2 seed, taking on the number 7 Mount Vernon Mustangs, as that one is fouled back. To follow that game at roughly about 7:30, it will be the Parkston Devil Rays as the 3 seed, taking on the number 5 seed Dimmock Emery Raptors. Each team fighting to be a representative of the 5 that go from the Sunshine League, as this one flied out to the left field of the wetland for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Ben Wilbur to represent the Sunshine League at Cadwell Park, August 5th through the 14th. It's the days of the state tournament. This one, a base hit, but a line shot foul down the third base line. Godin at 85 pitches. This will be pitch number 85 for him in his 5th inning of work. This one skied high. Holke giving chase and makes the grab along third base line for out number 2. That's going to bring up the bat Pierce Smith for the Angels, the number 7 batter. We do have some action down there along the third base line, warming up for Corsica. Looks like Jackson Newman once again warming up, getting that arm loose. This one will be ball 1, as that was pitch number 86 from A.J. Godin. You'll see these amateur guys pitch about 90, 95, maybe 100 pitches before they get taken out. Try to see how long they can go. Usually, if they're kind of consistent, like Wilbur's kind of been for Alexandria, he'll go about the 8th, 7th, 8th inning. Whereas Godin, if you're having a kind of a rough night at the on the mound, can't find the strike zone, just struggling to get strikes, might end up being this could be the possibility of his last inning. So 2-2 the count.
Off the end of the bat. Sounded like it hurt a lot.
And Godin will just reach over and make the grab for out number 3. As thank you for reaching out. We did have someone text the hotline number saying that our score was mishandled. Or it should be 4-0, and glad we got that fixed. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. The score remained the same, 4-0, as we head to the top half of the 6th inning right after this on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
And welcome back to the top half of the 6th inning. Due up for the Horned Frogs be Logan Baker, Tyson Wetland, A.J. Godin, as the Horned Frogs trail 4-0. First pitch Fly ball. Gal going back, looking up, and goodbye baseball. Logan Baker, a solo shot to get the Horned Frogs on the board. They're only the second hit so far of the ball game, but a good one. Cuts into that 4-0 deficit, now to 4-1. It's going to bring up Tyson Wetland.
That's maybe the momentum here Corsica, needed here to get going. Usually the Horned Frogs, fairly solid hitters at the plate this year. Based off of stats-wise, you could say that they're not necessarily, but it doesn't mean that they don't put the ball in play. It just means maybe they don't find a gap. So we'll see here. Maybe they can get something going, and that might do it. And as I say that, I jinx them, and then we get a line out here to the second baseman.
That's going to bring up A.J. Godin, the pitcher for the Horned Frogs tonight. One away and one across so far in this inning. As this one a miss for ball one. That one in there for a called strike. 1-1 and 1 the count.
You gotta like Perry behind the plate. And what's nice is you can hear him all the way up here, so you never have to question if it was a ball or a strike.
Usually if it's a ball, Perry will say it loud enough for the people right behind him can hear where it's at, but if it's a strike, you can definitely hear him. He says that he just delays it out and makes it loud.
Pretty distinctively, pretty discreet. 2-1 count, or excuse me, 1-2 count, rather.
This one, ground ball, picked up by Wilbur, throws it sidearm, not in time. We'll give that an infield hit for Godin, and we will have a runner. That will be Reggie Slava taken over at first base. That's going to bring up the other guy for this Horned Frogs team that has the other, I guess, another hit on the team so far. The first hit of the ball game was Jarrett Alowski, and he got a base hit in right field back in the second inning.
Yeah, dropped it off in shallow right field. Horned Frogs would love that here, right down the line. That'd give Slava a third for sure. He's got a good jump. It might even get him a close play at the plate.
There he
goes.
goes.
Might chance it.
But foul as Reggie gets up and throws his hands in the air like, dude, kidding me? I had a stolen bag.
And with his speed, yeah, you can see that too. A little head shake out there. He's like, he's looking back at Teddy Slava over at first base. He's like, what's he doing? I could have had the bag.
See a pick over, maybe?
Mm.
Oh, took a hard step, but that one's going to run in and hit Olowski, so that's going to put runners at first and second.
He's kind of leaning there, almost shifting his body weight. I thought maybe he was going to get called for a balk, honestly. I mean,
yeah, he was kind of
leaning back over towards first. That's warrants a balk. But
it's going to bring up, you could say, the pitching coach for the Angels and head men's basketball coach at Northern State, Mr. Matt Wilbert, out to the mound to talk things over.
Just probably coming out here, calming the nerves maybe of the pitcher. 81 pitches here for Wilbur. You could have argued, at the start of the game that it looked like Wilbur maybe, Alec gets away with using just Wilbur this game, but Corsica a little bit disciplined at the plate, and maybe heat and fatigue setting in on Wilbur out there on the mound, and now you're looking at a situation where you're going to probably look at maybe warming a guy up and bringing someone in a little bit later here.
We're going to bring up Luke Manberg, and I'm just trying to poke my head out the window. Don't see anyone warming up down the first base line, so This one's skied along the third base line and heads up our camera over there, as that one's going to be out of play. Almost got our third base cam. Right now, out here, if you're watching on the way down, get your kids ready to roll. $5 foul balls. The 0-1 to Bamberg.
Reggie's taking off.
That's one ground ball. Brown gets it. 4, 6, 3. Double play to end the inning. Slava had a nice jump, but...
Yeah, he read that perfectly. He took off. He was going to steal that bag, and then that ball on the ground, if it gets by, Slava easily gets home.
Well, that's going to take us to the bottom half of the sixth inning, but Corsica does scratch a run across. 4-1 now your score as we head to the bottom six right after this on Live Ticket TV.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
And welcome back to the bottom half of the sixth inning as it's 8-9-1 for them guys. So it's Jordan Gow, Carter Brown, Jared Zenz due up for the Angels.
See if Alec can answer back here. Corsica maybe with a little bit of momentum now after that solo shot there by Logan Baker. Pitch going to miss high for ball 2. Makes it 2-0 now to Gow.
2-0 to Jordan Gow. That one in there for called strike 1. Lindsey Wilbur watching at home. Appreciate what you do and streaming for the tournament.
We'd also like to thank our sponsors who made this stream possible in the first place. So thank you very much. You're the reason that this game is being broadcasted right now, and as well as the rest of the upcoming games of the Sunshine League District Tournament.
That one in there for called strike 2. Full count now to Jordan Gow.
Payoff pitch on the way for Godin.
This one popped up and out of play. We will do it once again. Godin right now at 96 pitches. Wonder if Newman's still in the dugout. Not going to go warm up quite yet. Maybe see how this inning goes before they make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
And Gow withdraw the walk. That's going to bring up Carter Brown, the second baseman for the Angels. But before that, Gavin Zomer will issue a walk to the mound as the whole infield will converge on the pitcher's mound. Jordan Gow going to walk over, maybe get a drink of water. Try to stay hydrated with that heat out there. Thank goodness for that breeze we got and the fan running right behind us.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not looking forward to Sunday. Heat index on Sunday, 101. Yeah, that's going to be cooking up here in the press box. Hopefully there's a little bit of a breeze. If not, it's not going to be fun up here. We might be sweating bullets. Might need to bring some towels.
Looks like we will have a pitching change. A.J. Godin will head out to the outfield, and Brendan Wetland makes the jog on in. And Wetland will be our new pitcher. So while he warms up, we'll take a short break. We'll take a word from our sponsors and come back on Live Ticket TV.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
Welcome back after the pitching change. Brendan Wetland on the mound, and I think it's just a straight swap. A.J. Godin goes to left field. Wetland's first mission is Carter Brown. Perry calls a foul ball.
I agree. We had a nice close-up shot here on that cam, and it looked like, and I thought I heard it too. I mean, it looked like it deflected right off the bat.
So now we're going to have our two umpires meet together. Perry Negbart, Todd Gross, our cameraman Achilles Willoway getting the close up on that. And the call.
We'll just see what Perry calls here. 0-1, or are we?
Oh, Peyton Smith doesn't look too happy, so I'm assuming the call stands. And he does call. 0-1 is the count.
I would have to agree.
And Luke Bamberg, actually, no, he overturned it. It's actually 1-0.
Really?
It's 1-0. Luke Bamberg wants an explanation as out there talking to Todd Gross. Now, start the Jeopardy music.
Now we're going to have another discussion here.
We're going to go back and discuss it once more.
This is, I mean, you could argue that this is a big play. I mean, Corsica definitely not out of this. There's still a lot of game left here. You know, you get out of this inning and you hold Alec, maybe get the sticks going, score 1 or 2 here, and then you're down by a run. I mean, this game is far from out of reach, so.
So Wetland and Mulkey playing catch for there to keep the arm loose. So now they're talking with Peyton Smith.
Probably just explaining, you know, maybe what was asked from Bamberg to review.
So, after the long discussion, it will be...
Yeah, suspense is killing me. I'm curious.
I looked at Todd Groves held up like it'd be a strike, but let's see what Perry calls on our camera. 1 ball.
One ball.
So overturned. It is 1-0. Oh, they called it a dead ball. So it's going to be a ball, but a dead ball. Interesting. So the 1-0 here to Brown. He squares the bunt. This one gets down, moving up the line. Wetland grabs it, and in time, 1-3 for out number 1. But Gow does move up to second base. Brown does his job as the lineup flips over for Jared Zenz.
So that dead ball, kind of the equivalent of in basketball, if you're familiar with that, as a jump ball in a sense, you know. Unsure of the call, we'll just call it and leave it there.
Zenz fouls this one off. And I know that they kind of talked about, you know, in the district tournament, maybe adding another umpire for something like that happening. They have another set of eyes on the field, but what that adds another paycheck you got to pay out at the end of the tournament, as this one is up and away for ball 1-1 the count.
Well, you'd volunteer to do it, wouldn't you?
I mean, I would volunteer to do it. Be a lot of fun, I would think. This one's going to skip down, and both Gow is just going to move up to third. So that one skipped about 3 feet in front of the plate.
So now with 1 out, you know, a big run now standing on third base. Looks like, you know, we're going to play our normal positions.
Hokies playing halfway, and that's everybody else playing normal depth. This one, ground ball taken by Bamberg. He'll just go to first. And an RBI for Jared Zenz as that run does come across the score.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's hit deep enough right there where Bamberg probably doesn't have a play or it's too close at home, and you just want to take the out and, you know, set yourself up for hopefully getting the next batter out to minimize that damage.
So that's going to bring up Jackson Jarding. First pitch to him. This one will be fly ball out to the new left fielder, Godin, and he makes the grab for out number 3. But the Angels do scratch one more across, making it 5-1. Let's head to the top half of the 7th inning right after this on Live Ticket TV.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
And welcome back to the top half of the 7th inning as we're nearing the end of game number 1. 5-1 your score in favor of Alexandria as we have Corsica Stickney come to the plate and Blake Moki to be exact. That'll be your 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Horned Frogs. Moki, right, Wetland, 2 up. So you get Blake Moki loaded in here to our graphics. This one, chop on the right-hand side, taken in by Gow, and he'll just take it himself for 3 unassisted for out number 1. It's going to bring up the catcher, Carter Wright, for the Horned Frogs now. 1 away in the 7th.
Well, if you're Corsica, maybe being... No, obviously you don't want to let too many good pitches go by, but maybe, you know, maybe force Wilbur to throw a couple more here. He's nearing the 100 mark, maybe try and get him out of this game. Maybe set something up. But of course, too, you're starting to get towards the end, like I said, and it's ever so getting important to get on base and get in scoring position and hopefully knock a couple in.
The loser of this game would go on to play Tuesday at 6 p.m. against the loser of our next game. Once again, that is Winter Cologne and Platte. Follow. 1-1 the count here to Connor Wright. You could say Platte and Winter Cologne are kind of co-hosting this district tournament, as Platte has a main host next year of 2027. Winter the main host this year, but due to the long drive for all the teams this side of the river, we decided to go neutral location, have it in Platte this year. Yeah, this one will just miss outside. 2-2 the count. To Wright. The 2-2 from Wilbur. That'll be outside for ball 3. 3-2 the count. 89 pitches for A.J. Wilbur so far in his 7th inning of work. Actually, 6 1/3, I should say, to be exact. Payoff pitch downstairs for ball 4. And that's going to bring up Brendan Wetland. And we will have a courtesy runner. It'll be number 21, Jackson Newman, to run for Wright. Wetland, the new pitcher for the Horned Frogs. So we'll have back-to-back courtesy runners if Wetland would happen to get on. Wetland, ground ball on the left-hand side. Got out of there in by Munger. Pulls Gow off the bag, and it'll be safe. So Wetland will reach on the air of Munger. There's that first and second. Wetland's going to come off, and coming in to run will be number 1, Reggie Slava.
Yep, errant throw.
That's going to flip the lineup over for Jace Slava. See, he comes in for the 3rd time tonight.
His last AB was a long one. I think he saw well over 10 pitches, and then he lined one hard hit ball just right out to the right fielder. And didn't even have to move, but that ball was absolutely tattooed.
So that one right down Main Street for strike 1. Go 1. Downstairs for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
We'll see if Newman's as aggressive as Reggie Slava on the bag. See if he'll move up and try and take 3rd.
Carter Brown kind of holding pretty close there at second base. The pitch, the 1-1, down low, and a pump fake there by Dubanowski.
Yeah, he's actually pump faking down at Slava on first base. Slava been creating headaches all night on the base paths.
2-1. Right down Main Street again. 2-2 the count. Over gets a sign. He'll check the runner at second. That's Newman. The 2-2. Ground ball right back up the middle. Taken by Munger. He'll just go to first. And this time, Gow keeps his foot on the bag, but held on by a toenail. It's runners at second and third with 2 away. That's going to bring up Logan Baker. And last time he was at the plate, he had a fun one. A solo shot over the right field wall.
You know what? Horned Frogs right now Probably hoping he does that again. I mean, that would be huge for Corsica.
Uber's going to step off, and he will go from the stretch. Kick and fire. First pitch to Baker. Strike one.
Does a nice job to nibble that outside corner.
The 0-1. That's one ground ball right to Brown. Over there to Gow. And that'll be out number 3. It's stretch time here at Platte. Caleb Achilles and I will sing that baseball's anthem with Take Me Out to the Ball Game. You probably don't want to hear that, so we'll go to commercial break. We'll be back on Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
For over 100 years, one thing has never changed at the Calhoun Ranch: our commitment to raising quality cattle. Nestled near the banks of the White River, our family has proudly raised quality cattle since 1909. For 5 generations, we've built a legacy rooted in hard work, integrity, and responsible stewardship of both our livestock and the land. It's more than ranching. It's a tradition passed from one generation to the next.
And welcome back. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Charlie Dubanowski to lead off for the Angels. Dubanowski, Gow, and Munger, 3, 4, 5 hitters. The heart of the order, as they call it.
Not quite sure what Wentland is at for pitches, but just want to note out there that he is not at 104.
That's my bad. I did forget to reset that.
I know he's got a couple, but it's not quite that many.
First pitch to Dubanowski, down the dirt for ball 1.
See if we can't get you that accurate number here for Wentland. Wentland, pretty quick to work. So he gets ready to fire a second one in there, and this one fouled off. And that'll even things up at 1 apiece. Again, if you're just tagging along here with us on Live Ticket TV, thank you. After this, we're going to have the Platte Killer Tomatoes taking on the Winter Cologne Pheasants. 1-1 offering on the way for Wentland. This one smashed down the right side, and it's going to be down for a base hit. Doobie rounding first base, and he's going to hold up, and he's aboard now with a single. We're going to get a time called as we get a courtesy runner for Charlie.
Our courtesy runner will be number 2, Reed Smith, and that would be pitch number 9 from Brendan Wetland, as I currently get the right number. Now up is Tyson Gow for the Angels. Nobody out. The leadoff base hit. Runners on the move. The throw down is going to be there. Reed Smith as the ball goes into the center field. Smith will just remain at second base.
Bamberg just missing the ball. I mean, it wasn't a bad throw. It was a pretty good throw from right on target. It's just Bamberg didn't quite get his glove reached out far enough and just missed the ball as it trickles into center field.
The 1-0 from Wetland. Downstairs for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Wetland comes set. Checks the runner at second base. That's Reed Smith. And Cal will go more than halfway on the check swing. That'll be a call to strike. No need to appeal. The 2-1 downstairs for ball 3. 3-1 the count. A hitter's count for Tyson Gow.
Wetland showing a little bit of his arsenal there. That one a breaking ball.
This one's going to fall in right field, right in front of Olowski. They're waving Reed Smith around. Gow's going to move to second. The throw in, not in time, a high throw. And that'll end up in the glove of Blake Moki. So we have base hit, RBI for Tyson Gow. That's going to bring up Dakota Munger.
It's going to be a base hit, single, and an advance on the fielding error by Olowski. Same with the run as well.
So the Frogs are sitting at 5 errors on 4 hits as of right now. And the Angels are at 5 hits and 1 error, according to our official tournament game changer.
That sounds about right, too. I mean, based off of what we saw, this one's going to get away. And they're going to round third base, Mr. Gow, and he'll head back. See advances now. We're sitting at 1-1. You know, I think this one kind of just taking a mental toll here on the Horned Frogs.
1-1 inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count.
I think it's all just a little bit of fatigue and then just a little bit of mental fatigue too, just kind of just starting to settle in.
As there's a base hit to the left field there by Munger, a CNI single, as some people will call it.
Be an RBI single for Munger.
And the run does come across the score. That's going to make it 7-1. And that's going to bring out Ben Wilbur, the third baseman tonight for the Angels. Big lead over there by Munger. Throw over not in time. Munger, the non-member town member for the Angels. So that non-member town, which that means is they don't have to use a release on him. So the Angels, really, 4 releases are Dubinowski, Mizak,
hard hit ball.
And I can't think of the last one, but the fly out there by Wilbur.
Yeah, that one at the Lewin's hardware store. I mean, right at the wall, too. A little bit more, and it would have been out. It's a well-pieced ball, but just didn't quite have the distance to make it out of the ballpark here in Platte, South Dakota.
That's going to bring up Pierce Smith to the plate. 1 away and 1 on, and 2 across in this inning. This one's upstairs for ball 1. Munger kind of taking more of a conservative leave now. And I say that as he extends it out a little bit more. This one will miss down and away for ball 2. 2-0. Munger on the road, and the throw in not in time. 3-0 the count as he moves up to second base. Great jump there by Munger.
Puts another runner in scoring position. 3-0 taken.
There it is, the Sunshine Automatic. 3-1 count here to Pierce Smith. 3-1. Takes another one. That's going to fill up the count at 3-2. Rutland gets a sign. Checks the runner at second. Kicks and fires this one. Watches. Strike 3 for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Jordan Gow for the Angels. 2 out, 2 across, and 1 on. Wetland checks Munger at second. And in there for strike one.
Looks like Wentland maybe found a little bit of a rhythm here. Fires back 4 straight strikes. See if I jinx him here. The old announcer's jinx on this one. And I did. So that one scratches across, evens things up at 1-1.
1-1 the count. 1-1 from Wetland is inside for ball 2. Wetland gets Gal to pop this one up. Bamberg giving chase and making the grab out there in shallow center field. And that'll do it for the Angels in the bottom half of the 7th inning. They do get 2 more across as they lead 7-1 as we head to the top half of the 8th right after this on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
What does it take to feed and fuel the world? To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
And welcome back after timeout, or I guess inning break. Tyson Wetland to step in against A.J. Wilbur, who's still out there. 98 pitches on the pitch count counter. As this one's fall back, make that 99. And his 8th inning of work.
Now they're going to try to probably extend Wilbur and see if he can't go the game. I mean, you know, if you can get by with using just one pitcher in that first game, I mean, that's very helpful to set up that second game. It gives you a bunch of options. But Alec, I don't think they're really short on pitching from what I've seen on their roster, but definitely gives you some ideas to shuffle around what you want to do, depending on who you have to face.
The century mark pitch is fouled up and out of play. And yeah, they got a handful of pitchers they can pick and choose from. But if Wilbur can go the distance, I would say ride him until he can't, pretty much.
Yeah. Until things start maybe getting a little too interesting.
Yep. That's the...
If it were to come to that.
Hopefully it doesn't in Alec's case, but the 1-2 pitch here to Wetland. Foul back and out play, and that coming from that sidearm slot.
You know, and that's just comes down to coaching. You know, you just try to write that fine line, you know, find that in between.
The 1-2 here once more from Wilbur. This one, high fly ball in the right center gap, and Tyson Gow ranging back to make the grab for out number 1, and that's going to bring up A.J. Godin for the Horned Frogs. First pitch to A.J. Godin is just downstairs for ball 1. The 1-0. This one ground ball in play. Munger picked it up, has time, throws over to Gow in time for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That's going to bring up Jarrett Alowski for the Frogs. And Alowski, 1 for 2. 1 for 3 in the day? Oh, let me see once.
1 for 3, I think.
Alowski is 1 for 2. This is the third time of the at bat. So that one's going to run and hit him right on the elbow.
Well, that actually might be, now that you say that, that might be his second hit by pitch of the night. Might be the second time he's been hit. So.
Oh, yeah, he did, yep.
Yep, that sounds right now.
And it's going to bring up a pinch hitter, number...
It's Gavin Zomer, I believe, actually.
10, Gavin Zomer will be our new batter. He will come in for Luke Bamberg. As you can get a camera angle on Gavin Zomer, there's your batting stats. 355, 11 hits, and 6 RBIs for Zomer. That one right down the middle, taking strike 1.
Comes in a critical situation. Horned Frogs down by 6, 2 away, and needing to get something going fast.
Over the 0-1. Comes to be downstairs. Evens up the count 1-1 to Zomer. One, and therefore strike 2. One, 2 from Wilbur, and gets Zomer swinging for out number 3. So Wilbur keeps on moving along the line on the pitching stats wise as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And we'll be back after a short break on Live Ticket TV.
For generations, Harder Boys Trucking of Cologne has lived and loved the game of baseball, proudly supporting their winter Cologne Pheasants every season. On January 16, 2026, the Pheasants suffered an unimaginable loss when teammates Reed Harder and Chandler Bakley were taken too soon in a tragic car accident. Though they are no longer on the field, their spirit, passion, and love for the game live on, watching over their teammates from above with pride. Reed and Chandler will never be forgotten.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
And welcome back after inning break. We can close the book on A.J. Godin. Final stat line for him as the starting pitcher for the Horned Frogs. 5 innings of work, 3 hits given up, 5 runs, 2 of them earned, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout. Godin has faced 26 batters, 99 pitches thrown, 46 of them for strikes, and a defensive change for Horned Frogs, as now at second base is Gavin Zomer, leading off for the Alexandria Angels in the bottom half of the 8th inning is Carter Brown as he takes ball 1. And now another ball, 2-0 the count to Brown to start the bottom 8th. Once again, their arm warming up down there along that third base line. A base hit there for Carter Brown. And that is the 7th hit for the Angels here tonight. And that's going to flip the lineup over once again for Jared Zenz. Jared Zenz 1 for 2 on the night. This one in there for called strike 1. Rutland checks the runner. The 0-1 inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 from Wetland. And that one called strike on Zenz.
One-two count. Wetland ahead. Maybe throws this one away or tries to spike a curveball here on a really good hitter. We'll see.
This one popped straight up in the air. And Wetland will take that himself as it'd be out number 1 for the Angels. And that's going to bring up Jackson Jarding. Swing and a miss there by Jarding for strike 1 to start the at-bat. Jarding comes in 0 for 3 on the night. Wetland checks the runner over at first. The 0-1, that one's in the dirt. And Brown's just going to move up 90 feet. And that's about all the farther he'll make it. 1-1 in the count. Now to Jackson Jarding. Wetland kicks and fires 1-1. Jarding puts this one on the ground, picked up by Tyson Wetland. Over there to Brendan, and in time for out number 2. As Brown move up third, and that's going to bring up Charlie Dubinowski for the Angels.
See what the catcher can do here. His last AB, a nice hard hit ball down the right side for a base hit, for a single.
Dubinowski comes in 1 for 3 on the night. This one is downstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 from Wetland is outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Actually, take that back. Correction. Dubinowski 1 for 4 on the night. This one fouled back and out of play. 2-1 at the count. Dubinowski holds on the check swing. 3-1 now. Hitters count. And Dubinowski will take the walk. Put runners at the corners with 2 away, and that's going to bring up Tyson Gow. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Dubinowski since he is our catcher. Reed Smith will take over the base running duties. Looks like normal depth for our infield. After this game, you will have to click over to the to the Winter Cologne Pheasants and Platte Killer Tomatoes live stream for that game, following probably about 5 minutes after this one gets done, as we will get our ads running and rolling. Probably looks like start time probably about 8:30-ish. As this one popped up along the right field line, Zomer giving chase. Zomer can't make the grab, and they're going to call that foul ball. Zomer and Wetland from this communication, kind of looking at each other as they're going chasing that ball, and didn't really know which one was going to take it.
Yeah, and in that situation there, I think Wetland just kind of gets in the way. I think that's a ball, and maybe, yeah, Zomer, it looked like he had a pretty good beat on it, and he's going to have a little bit better angle. Might just want to let your second baseman take that one. We'll see if it comes back and
On some.
Yeah.
And realistically, if Tyson Gow would happen to get on, that would be an error on Gavin Zomer. That's how it would go down in the stat book. Little fun fact for you. So 1-1 the count now to Tyson Gow. As Reed Smith on the move. This one base hit in the right field. Now it'll be down as Brown will come around to score, and Tyson Gow almost gets that to come back on some as Wetland with the heads-up move. Realistically, that would be an error in the stat book because of that dropped foul ball earlier in that at-bat. Luke Bamberg going to walk up to the mound, talk to Brendan Wetland and the infield.
I don't know that it's necessarily an error. I mean, that's still a very tough play. That area down the line where they were at is known as no man's land. It's just Gavin Zomer looked like he had a pretty good bead, and then maybe saw Wetland coming and maybe slowed up, half a pace or so, and that just kind of cost him maybe an out and out of this inning. He catches that ball there, and that run doesn't come across, and the Horned Frogs are at the plate trying to hang on, making their last stand.
Just a little communication there on the mound as Dakota Munger steps in. First pitch to Munger. First pitch swinging and out of play. Wetland checks the runners, kicks and fires. That went in there for a called strike 2. 0-2 the count there to Munger.
Munger, a pretty solid batter. Maybe throw something off the plate here. Don't want to give him an 0-2 cookie right down Broadway.
This one popped straight up in the air. Slava giving chase, trying to track it, and comes down with the grab. And that'll do it. But the Angels do scrape one across, making it 8-1. It's the Horned Frogs' last chance on the bats to get something going here as we head to the top of the ninth. Right after this on Live Ticket TV.
Are you tired of high energy bills and uncomfortable temperatures in your home? TS Insulating specializes in spray foam, blow-in insulation, and bib system insulation that not only keeps your home cozy and comfortable, but also helps you save on energy costs. Todd will work with you to determine the best insulation solution for your home or business, ensuring maximum energy efficiency and savings along with being healthy for your family. So why wait? Give Todd a call today and start enjoying the benefits of TS Insulating.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
And welcome back. Top half of the ninth inning. Leading off is Reggie Slaba, the speed demon himself for the Horned Frogs. Has been swiping bags all night. As that one is strike 1 for Slaba. And A.J. Wilbur out there. Pitch number 111 that was for Wilbur. Trying to go the distance. This one hit on to center field, and Zen's right there to make the grab. That's going to bring up number 22, a pinch hitter. That is Tate Tulsma. Stepping up for the Horned Frogs.
Yeah. Slava comes in. That was his first at-bat of the ball game, and I mean, he was ready for it. He was locked in, made a nice swing. That one just unfortunately right at Jared Zenz.
And that one right now, Main Street for strike one. You one from Wilbur. This one hit on right back to Wilbur. And 1-3 for out number 2. That's going to bring up number 21, Jackson Newman. So another pinch hitter for the Horned Frogs. Newman will come in with a .222 batting average, 2 hits, and 1 RBI on the year coming into the district tournament. And the Horned Frogs down to their last out as that one is upstairs for ball 1.
See if Jackson Newman can spark some life into the Horned Frogs. Maybe get a base knock and see what happens.
1-1 now to Newman. This one will be fair ball. Dubnowski takes it, and 2-3 for out number 3, and that will do it. That'll be your final score. The Angels move on to play Sunday at 5 of the winner of our next game, and the Horned Frogs will move on to play Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Once again, stay tuned for our next game here coming up in about 10, 15 minutes from now.
Yep.
It'll be the Winter Cologne Pheasants, the number 4 seed, taking on the number 5 Platte Killer Tomatoes. So for Caleb Titsey and Ray Weber will actually close the book on that for, so A.J. Wilbur goes the distance, 9 innings.
He's going to pick up the win.
He will give up 4 hits, 1 run, and it was earned, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Taking the loss for the Horned Frogs will be Godin.
Yep.
But the closing the book on Wetland, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
That's going to do it here again, like Reagan said. After this, we have the Winter Cologne Pheasants and the Platte Killer Tomatoes. Should be a good one here, and I'm a real big fan of pinstripes here, and the Maters bringing out the black jerseys with the white pinstripes, looking pretty sharp, representing their first district tournament game here of 2026. So for Caleb Titsey and Reagan Weber, we're going to close the book. Make sure if you're watching on Live Ticket TV to X out of this stream, refresh the page in about 5 minutes, and then we should be live. Click into that next game right next to it. If you're on YouTube, same thing applies. Give us about 2 to 5 minutes, and we should be up and streaming that next one. But for now, we're going to step aside, and we'll be right back in about 5 minutes here on Live Ticket TV.